everybody, welcome back to Smoke and Mokes Barbecue. Today we have a picnic roast for you, and what a picnic roast is this would be your normal Boston butt that you would be cooking. Just a little further down on the shoulder is the picnic roast, has the shank in there. And what they do with the picnic roast is they actually leave the skin on, so you can see the skin on this side here. That's going to help protect it as we cook it. We're going to cook it a little bit hotter than we normally would. Normally we'd go 225. Today we're going to go 250, and we won't even worry if it goes over 250 up to 275. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be using our The BBQ rub from Killer Hogs. Really good all-around rub for pulled pork. I really enjoy it, so used it several times, and I'll keep using it. It's one of the better ones out there. All right, so let's get to seasoning this. What we're going to do here is we won't season the skin because the skin's going to come off once we're done cooking it. So what we're going to do is we're going to season very heavily this part that doesn't have skin on it. So we'll actually open this up here and just pour it on. So we're gonna lay down a heavy coat of seasoning, and you know, you can make it hot here. Add some cayenne pepper or something like that. Make it a little bit hotter. A lot of people like to add a little bit of heat to this picnic roast. And for presentation purposes, some people will wrap this skin down here just to make it look better, keep it from getting burnt and everything. We're not going to worry about that. We're just eating this at home, so it's not a big deal. Does look better for pictures if you do that, though. And we're just going to work it into all the nooks and crannies here, make sure everything gets a really good coating. Since we can't coat the whole thing because of the skin, we're going to make sure everything else has a lot of seasoning. And then once we pull it and get it off, we'll add a little bit more seasoning to it.
Did you know that I have a tendency to be unconsciously sexual?
Yes.
It's a real tough nut to bust.
Yep, you're doing it again.
Oh, okay. I think I hear it.
All right, so we got a heavy coating on this. What we're going to do is we're going to put this back in the fridge, go get our fire started, get the smoker up to temp, and we will get this on the smoker today. All right, it's a little bit windy out here, so sorry about that, but we got the smoker up to temp. And now we have the picnic roast on the smoker. So we're gonna set it here, let it cook for an hour, we'll spritz it, let it cook for an hour, spritz it, keep that fire around 250, 275. This is gonna be a quicker cook than normal. When it gets up to the stall about 160, we're gonna wrap it in foil. That's when we'll put our probe in it. We'll take it up to 198. Let it sit for a little bit, and it'll be perfect for pulling. We'll eat this like pulled pork. All right, so we hit the stall. We're gonna take this off. We're gonna wrap it. We'll get it back on the smoker, and we've been spritzing it about every hour, hour and a half, keeping it nice and moist. So we're gonna put it back on, skin side down again, and we'll take it to 198. That's when we'll know it's done. We'll bring it inside, let it rest. It's a little too late. It'll be done a little too late to eat it for dinner tonight, but we'll eat it for lunch tomorrow. It'll be tasty. We'll still get a taste test tonight, and it'll be great. All right, so we got the picnic roast here. I didn't show you taking it off the smoker because it's dark outside. We let it rest for a couple hours here in the cooler. So now we're gonna tear into this thing and see how it tastes. Looks fantastic when I wrapped it. So that is a very good sign. And again, we're not really doing anything with the skin here. Oh yeah. Yep, very tender. Looks great. Whew. The skin just pulls right off. And you can pull those bones right out just like a pulled pork, or just like a pork butt. That's how you know it is done. like a little thermometer. That big bone came right out. There's another bone back here on the back, slid right out. And I think that is it. This muscle is very different than, not very different, but different than a pork shoulder because it's lower down on the leg. So it's a little bit different taste, texture. But it's still delicious. So what we're going to do to this is we'll pull it. Yeah, it's just pulling right apart. So we'll pull this. We'll add some more seasoning to it, just because there wasn't a lot of surface area because of the skin. So we'll add some more seasoning to it. And tomorrow we'll have this for lunch.